every king and every president and regardless who you are, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will send somebody to make them afraid right in their home. Here, this is a great king, Dawood, and surrounded by his guards, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent these two men to test him, and he got afraid, subhanallah. So nobody should feel safe except with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And then, we discuss, and we always say, وَمَا النَّصْرُ إِلَّا مِنْ عِنْدِ اللَّهِ الْعَزِيزُ الْحَكِيمُ. Victory is from Allah, and we have to realize this. And the best example Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala describes in Surah At-Tawbah, لَقَدْ نَصْرَكُمُ اللَّهُ فِي مَوَاطِنِ كَثِيرًا وَيَوْمَ حُنَيْنٍ إِذْ أَعْجَبَتْكُمْ كَثْرَتُكُمْ فَلَمْ تُغْنِ عَنْكُمْ شَيْئًا. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is describing the Battle of Hunayn. The Battle of Hunayn happened after the opening of Mecca, and as we know, in Mecca the Muslims went in 10,000. And after the opening of Mecca, the men of Mecca joined the army, they became 12,000. The Muslims are so proud of themselves. They've never been this large number. A large number heading to the valley of Hunayn. And they looked at themselves, and one of them said, we will never be defeated today from our numbers. A great number for Arabia at the time, an army of 12,000. إِذْ أَعْجَبَتْكُمْ كِثْرَتُكُمْ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is describing this scene. You're proud of yourself. فَلَمْ تُغْنِ عَنْكُمْ شَيْئًا. But it did not help, because the enemy surrounded them and the valley, and they all started running, subhanallah. They all started running and left the Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, and Rasul called loudly, أَنَا الرَّسُولُ لَا كَذِبْ أَنَا ابْنَ عَبْدُ الْمُطَّلِبِ. I am the messenger, and I'm the son of Abdul Muttalib, because they have said that he died, and he had wanted to let people know that he's still alive. And when the believers start hearing this, they start coming back. But if you look at this great army, and they were so proud of themselves, it didn't do anything. Because why? وَمَا النَّصْرُ إِلَّا مِنْ عِنْدِ اللَّهِ. Victory is from Allah. And when we realize this, everything is over. But when we think it's by numbers and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is describing the scene. The great army, proud of itself, we cannot be defeated. But they were, and they ran away. Why? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is wanting to teach us, وَمَا النَّصْرُ إِلَّا مِنْ عِنْدِ اللَّهِ. Victory is from Allah. And if we study, when Muslims came back to our Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he asked them to stay aside, because he wanted all the people that stampede to go, rather than if they tried to stop at the time, they would be run over by the people who stampeding running. And when the numbers grew, only then did he ask them to do an attack again. Subhanallah, just to understand, you don't stop in the face of a stampede, people who are running, people who's afraid, but when they started defending the Rasul and attacking, everybody else started coming back. Subhanallah. But when they saw they cannot be defeated because they are this great army, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wanted to teach us this lesson. وَمَا النَّصْرُ إِلَّا مِنْ عِنْدِ اللَّهِ. We have to learn these things rather than read the ayat and still do. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us, أَفَتُؤْمِنُونَ بِبَعْضِ الْكِتَابِ وَتَكْفُرُونَ بِبَعْضِ فَمَا جَزَاءُ مَنْ يَفْعَلُ ذَلِكَ مِنْكُمْ إِلَّا خِزْيٌ فِي الْحَيَاةِ الدُّنْيَا وَيَوْمَ الْقِيَامَةِ. And this ayah applies to us, most of us today. We believe in part of the book and don't believe in another. And when we say we believe, but believing is acting. Believing is not words. Yes, we say we believe in every word. But when you ask somebody about a certain thing, he tells you, no, it doesn't apply to us today. It's different. أَفَتُؤْمِنُونَ بِبَعْضِ الْكِتَابِ وَتَكْفُرُونَ بِبَعْضٍ. Do you believe in a part and disbelieve in another? And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala describes us. فَمَا جَزَاءُ مَنْ يَفْعَلُ ذَلِكَ مِنْكُمْ إِلَّا خِزْيٌ فِي الْحَيَاةِ الدُّنْيَا. They will be demeaned in this earth because they believe in a part and disbelieve in a part. Demeaned. Is that the situation we are in today? Everybody looks down at us, subhanallah. Why? Because we believe in what we like and leave the rest that doesn't apply for us. Subhanallah. So we have to realize, and we believed in everything, inshallah. And believing meaning acting. Not believing does not mean just letting go. And the last example we take is Qarun. And Qarun was a rich man. And if you always read, when I read Surah Al-Qasas, where the story of Qarun, it tells us, إِنَّ قَارُونَ كَانَ مِنْ قَوْمِ مُوسَى. Qarun was with the people of Musa alayhi salam. And some people say he was the cousin of Musa. And when you read this ayah, which is the introduction to the story of Qarun, as I mentioned, I read a lot of books about the the life of Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, and the introduction to the life of Rasul was 100 pages to tell us how the Jahiliyyah lived, so we understand the difference that Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam had changed and had to, the environment he had to live with. And yet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala summarized this 100 page in one word. Inna Qaruna kana min qawm Musa. Qarun is one of the people of Musa. And we know at the time there was Fir'aun, and we know there was slavery, and so you can, from this word, write 100 pages, from this one ayah, write 100 pages of the introduction of the story of Qarun. Subhanallah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says it in a verse, in half a line, that tells us, sets up the environment of where Qarun is. And Qarun was so rich, فخرج على قومه في زينته قال الذين يريدون الحياة الدنيا ليت لنا مثل ما أوتي قارون. He went in a parade, so rich with his slaves and money. So people who want this life says, we wish we had like Qarun. And how many of us, when we watch TV or we watch a show or we watch these wonderful things, we say we wish we had like them. Subhanallah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is giving us the scene exactly. You know, you see somebody who's Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given them blessing, and we look and we say, we wish we like them. وَقَالَ الَّذِينَ أُوتُوا الْعِلْمَ وَلَكُمْ ثَوَابُ اللَّهِ خَيْرٌ. But those who know, they said, no, the blessing of Allah is better. Rather than saying we want like what He have, the blessing of Allah is better. And then we know Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala opened the earth and it swallowed Qarun and all his money, subhanallah. And the people who said, we wish we had the same, they said, alhamdulillah, we will not with them, otherwise the earth would have swallowed us too. Subhanallah. This is examples from the Quran. If we read the stories and we live them, we will benefit and understand and change ourselves, inshallah. And finally, it tells us, وَجَاءَ مِنْ أَقْصَى الْمَدِينَةِ رَجُلٌ يَسْعَىٰ قَالَ يَا قَوْمِ اتَّبِعُوا الْمُرْسَلِينَ. In Surah Yasin, it describes that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had sent 2 messengers and then 3 to this village, and they still don't believe. And yet a poor man coming from far, he says, جَاءَ مِنْ أَقْصَى الْمَدِينَةِ رَجُلٌ يَسْعَىٰ. From far part of Al-Madinah, a man comes and says, يَا قَوْمِ اتَّبِعُوا الْمُرْسَلِينَ. Follow the believers. What do we say today? If the messengers and prophets of Allah could not guide them, what am I going to do? I don't make a difference. But this man is coming. He believes with belief in his heart. يَا قَوْمِ اتَّبِعُوا الْمُرْسَلِينَ اتَّبَعُوا مَنْ لَا يَسْأَلُكُمْ أَجْرًا وَهُمْ مُهْتَدُونَ. So here, everybody has a role. Regardless that there is others who are doing it and others that's more capable, but the ayah is telling us this man is coming and giving advice. And when he dies, he gives advice to us all. يَا لَيْتَ قَوْمِ يَعْلَمُونَ بِمَا غَفَرَ لِي رَبِّي. Out from his grave, he tells us all, I wish you would know what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has endowed on us, or me, and He has forgiven me. This is the message. They say this is one of the few messages from the dead people to all of us, is we realize, yes, he died for the sake of Allah, but he enjoyed himself, and he's telling us all, I wish you would know what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given me and the blessings He has given me. So regardless that there is somebody else who's doing the good deed, it is our job to support. It's our job to support them and say, rather than what most of us say, what difference do I make? If he has so much and he couldn't do it, why could I? It's the role of each one of us is to do what we can and leave it all in the hands of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. يَا لَيْتَ قَوْمِ يَعْلَمُونَ بِمَا غَفَرَ لِي رَبِّي وَجَعَلَنِي مِنَ الْمُكْرَمِينَ. So inshallah, we learn from the Quran, we read the Quran, and all the Quran is advice for us. And we end it with what we started. يَا أَيُّهَا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا لِمَ تَقُولُونَ مَا لَا تَفْعَلُونَ كَبُرَ مَقْتًا عِنْدَ اللَّهِ أَن تَقُولُوا مَا لَا تَفْعَلُونَ. Oh, you believe, why do you say what you do not do? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala despises very much that you say what you do not do. So inshallah, as mu'mins, and we listen to this ayah, we only say things we do. And if we don't do it, wait till we do it, and then tell others, because we don't want the maqt of Allah, we don't want Allah to despise us, and this way we can improve and trust each other. Rather than look and say, he's just giving advice, he doesn't know what it means. If we want to give advice, we start by ourselves, and then we ask for others, which is opposite to what we do. We give free advice to everybody else and say it doesn't apply to me. So inshallah, let's read the Quran, let's learn the lessons and apply it to our life, inshallah. Allahumma ahdina mawlana fi man hadayt, wa afina fi man afayt, وقنا واصرف عنا شر ما قضيت. اللهم بارك لنا فيما أعطيت، اللهم هب لنا ما يقربنا إليك. اللهم لا تجعل لنا في جمعنا هذا ذنبا إلا غفرته، ولا مريضا إلا شفيته، ولا هما إلا فرجته، ولا دينا إلا قضيته، ولا حاجة لنا في هذه الدنيا لك فيها رضا ولنا فيها صلاح إلا قضيتها يا رب العالمين. اللهم اغفر للمؤمنين والمؤمنات الأحياء منهم والأموات. اللهم اغفر لنا ولإخواننا الذين سبقونا بالإيمان، ولا تجعل في قلوبنا غلا للذين آمنوا. ربنا إنك رؤوف رحيم. ربنا هب لنا من أزواجنا وذرياتنا قرة أعين واجعلنا للمتقين إماما. عباد الله، إن الله يأمر بالعدل والإحسان وإيتاء ذي القربى وينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر والبغي يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون. اذكروا الله يذكركم واستغفروه يغفر لكم. وأقم الصلاة.
الله أكبر الله أكبر. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله